NASA is saying the Voyager 2 probe is now in a space between the stars after exiting the sun's protective bubble, which is called the heliosphere. The probe's been in space since it left Earth in 1977.
Before we dive into Voyager 2's most puzzling signal yet, take a second to hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Because what you're about to hear could mark the single most important moment in the history of human exploration. Voyager 2 is not just a spacecraft, it's a time capsule of 1970s ingenuity, a nuclear-powered emissary that has outlived its designers, presidents, and entire generations of technology. Launched in August 1977, it carried a simple yet profound mission: explore the outer planets, then continue outward indefinitely. Built with backup systems and hardened against radiation, its resilience has exceeded every prediction. Its power source, 3 radioisotope thermoelectric generators fueled by plutonium-238, was expected to fade decades ago, yet nearly half a century later, it still speaks faintly but clearly across the gulf of space. That voice, however, has changed. Since 2018, Voyager has traveled beyond the heliopause, the boundary where the solar wind can no longer push. Back against the galaxy, beyond lies the interstellar medium, a thin plasma of hydrogen, cosmic rays accelerated by supernovae, and faint magnetic threads woven through the Milky Way. This is no empty void. It's the connective tissue of our galaxy, carrying the signatures of nearby stars and ancient explosions. Measuring it was one of Voyager's final scientific goals, and until early 2025, its readings fit expectations. Then came the anomaly. Instead of the random hiss of deep space, JPL detected a repeating structure within its data stream. Not noise, not malfunction, but a rhythmic pulse with mathematical order. Narrowband signals that repeated every interval with machine-like precision, waveforms that unfolded in geometric harmony. Even prime number sequences, a known universal marker of intelligence, emerged from the pattern. Prime numbers are fundamental. They cannot be produced by chance, in structured sequence without design. Yet there they were, stitched into Voyager's whisper from 12 billion miles away. But the signal contained something even stranger. Its harmonics echoed distorted fragments of the golden record. The copper disk Voyager carried into space, etched with 115 images, greetings in dozens of languages, and music ranging from Bach to Blind Willie Johnson. Was this coincidence? Or was the transmission interacting with the very artifact humanity intended as a message to other civilizations? If so, then the reply has come not from light years away, but from the probe itself, transformed by an unknown hand. Scientists moved fast. Teams at NASA, SETI, and partner institutions ran the signal through AI pattern recognition systems. International observatories from Australia to Europe confirmed the anomaly was not local interference. Algorithms mapped its intervals and identified harmonic ratios mirroring human-constructed scales. The conclusion: this was not random nor mechanical error. Voyager 2, a probe with no adaptive software and no artificial intelligence, had transmitted something that bore the hallmarks of deliberate structure. Theories exploded. One possibility: external intelligence interface with the spacecraft, embedding a message in its transmission. Another: mathematical logic used as a universal bridge, primes and harmonics chosen to transcend biology and language. A third: contact with a cosmic boundary, as if Voyager had touched the edge of a vast interstellar construct, a marker, a checkpoint, or even a quarantine barrier surrounding our solar system. The quarantine theory is not new. For decades, some astrophysicists and philosophers speculated on the zoo hypothesis that advanced civilization deliberately isolate emerging species like ours, either to protect them or to contain them. Voyager's anomaly breathes new life into that speculation. If the signal marks a boundary, then humanity may not be wandering freely into the galaxy at all. We may be fenced in. Adding weight to this possibility is the signal's efficiency. Despite Voyager's dwindling power, the anomaly lasted several minutes, far more than a diagnostic ping would require. Whatever embedded this structure into its transmission operated with precision and purpose, but minimal energy cost. It suggests technology far more advanced than anything human engineers possess, and yet, not everyone is ready to call it contact. Some argue it could be a natural resonance of the interstellar medium, plasma waves aligning in rare harmony. But Critics counter that plasma turbulence does not generate prime sequences, nor does it mimic cultural artifacts like the Golden Record. Others suggest an unknown error in Voyager's hardware. But again, this is a spacecraft that has operated with predictable regularity for decades, with no history of spontaneous structured anomalies. The probability of a dying instrument producing a prime sequence by accident is near zero. If this is intelligence, what is the motive? A reply to the Golden Record seems likely, but why now? Voyager has been transmitting for decades. Did something or someone wait for it to pass beyond the heliopause before answering? Was this transmission not meant for Earth at all, but a signal relayed outward, a handshake with something further into the galaxy, or perhaps a warning not to proceed? Behind the scenes, sources suggest heightened activity in government and military channels, while NASA emphasizes transparency. Portions of Voyager's data are routed through classified review pipelines. Defense analysts understand the stakes. If another intelligence can interface with one of our spacecraft, it demonstrates capability, proximity, and intent, even if peaceful. It alters the balance of assumptions humanity has held for centuries that we are alone, unobserved, and free to expand. Now those assumptions are collapsing. This moment recalls earlier brushes with the unknown. In 1977, the same year Voyager launched, the WOW signal was detected as 70-second radio bursts from deep space, never repeated. In 1974, the Arecibo telescope broadcast humanity's first intentional interstellar message, a digital postcard of DNA and solar system diagrams. In recent years, Breakthrough Listen has scanned millions of stars for narrowband signals, but none of these efforts produce structured, repeatable communication. Voyager's anomaly is different. It's not a broadcast aimed outward, but our own machine carrying something back to us. It is the universe speaking through our emissary. The implications ripple far beyond science. For religion, the question of whether we are alone collides with doctrines of creation and purpose. For philosophy, the definition of intelligence expands beyond humanity. For technology, it raises the urgency of interstellar readiness. Should we respond? Should we remain silent? Should we even be attempting to send more probes if the galaxy is already aware of us? Some theorists propose that the signal's resemblance to the Golden Record may not be a coincidence at all. Perhaps the message is reflective, like a mirror held up to humanity's first attempt at outreach, a test, a cosmic question. We heard you. Do you recognize us? Others suggest it may contain deeper encodings still hidden in the waveform, a map, a key, or instructions. AI systems are now dissecting the anomaly at levels no human alone could parse, searching for layers of complexity. If meaning lies beneath, discovery could take months or even years. Meanwhile, Voyager presses on, silent except for its faint carrier wave and data trickle. Its power is waning. By 2030, it will likely go dark forever. That means time is running out, whatever the anomaly represents. Humanity has only a few more years to capture its secrets before the probe's voice is silenced by distance and entropy. What comes next may define the century. If the signal repeats, it will prove intentionality beyond doubt. If patterns evolve, it could indicate dialogue. If other spacecraft like Pioneer 10 or New Horizons begin showing anomalies, then Voyager's case will not be unique. And if nothing further comes, then we are left with one haunting mystery, a single structured transmission in the vast silence of space. So here is the challenge. What should humanity do? Should we respond directly, embedding our own primes and harmonics in Voyager's next command? Should we remain silent, observing without engaging? Or should we prepare for the possibility that our solar system is not as open as we thought, that we are tenants in a space already claimed? Whatever the answer, Voyager has forced the question, and it did so with a signal to precise to ignore, to deliberate to dismiss. We may be standing at the threshold of contact, or at the edge of an invisible barrier. Either way, the universe is not passive, it is interactive. And through a spacecraft built in the 1970s, we are finally starting to understand what that means. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Voyager 2's signal is evidence of intelligence, a natural phenomenon we don't yet understand, or something far stranger? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you want more investigations into anomalies like this, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter, because Voyager's story isn't finished and neither is humanity's search for its place in the cosmos.